I want to start with this. I want to talk. The first thing I want to talk about is like the most interesting and most intriguing and the best first round matchups for you guys, because there are so many here that I have circled that I'm like, I cannot wait to watch that game. I cannot wait to watch this game. You know what? I'm going to go first. Okay. Let's try to bounce around these as much as possible, but I'm going first on this one. Bryce Hopkins, the revenge game against Kentucky, with the chance that maybe if John Calipari loses in the first round of the NCAA tournament again, like that thing is going to start getting really uncomfortable for him in Kentucky. There are so many storylines. There's so much drama. And I said it last night, Tio. What did I say? What's Hopkins? Do you remember? You might not remember last night.
What was Hopkins? You gotta give me a little bit more.
What we said last night in the bracket breakdown show, Bryce Hopkins. I said he's going for 50.
Nah, he's not going for 50.
Whatever the over is, like double it, and I'll take that. I'll take it at Bet Rivers plus 300. Whatever you need to give me. Let's go.
No, good for him. Yeah, he gets that chance. I think that's awesome, and he's had a stellar season. And gets a chance to play for a coach that lets him go a little bit. It's going to be interesting to see. I don't know anybody on that Kentucky team. They have some length. I'm not sure they can guard him. That's for sure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that matchup is spicy for so many reasons. But from the very start of the season, and way back in November, we said that nobody had more pressure on them entering the NCAA tournament this year, regardless of where they fell, than John Calipari. Yep. And last night on our marathon, I said this, and Matt McCall and John Henson disagreed with me because they said, well, what's going to happen if he loses? I'm not suggesting that he's losing his job. However, he will then head into next year. He
might lose his job, though.
He could. He could. I don't think he will, based on the class coming in next year. But at this point, enough with the recruiting, results have to happen. And if he doesn't win this game on Friday night, T.O., the Sharks are really going to circle next year.
Yeah, Kentucky's begging for a postseason winner. It's been a while. And that's been the whole thing. That's been the whole thing for Kentucky.
They're not just begging for a postseason winner. They're begging for one postseason win. They haven't gotten one of those. They haven't got one of those since 2019. Before my daughter was born. That was the last time.
Days.
My daughter just turned 4. They haven't won a postseason game since before my daughter was born. My daughter's never seen a Kentucky postseason win. Think about that. She's 4. She's never seen Kentucky win a game.
Yeah, it's time. It's time. They need to win one this year. They need to win one. Are we talking about just Kentucky Providence? No, I'm intrigued by that game, but like it is what it is. There's a lot of other ones that I like.
So give me one. The one that you're looking forward to the most.
Underrated game, and people aren't going to go nuts here, but underrated game, Boise State and Northwestern. I think that one's going to be a lot of fun to watch. I know you hate that one. Not a whole lot of storylines. I'm looking at it from a basketball perspective. I like that game. Another one, Kent State and Indiana.
Yes.
Okay. Kent State and Indiana. I had the opportunity to go up to Kent State to watch them play Akron in a rivalry game. Sincere Carey, dude, he is really good. And they have a lot of different bodies that they could throw at Trace Jackson Davis. They have size. Big, strong, older guards win. I have Kent State to the Sweet 16, boys.
Wow. Okay. Wow. I actually don't hate that. I don't hate that.
Yep.
Who do you have them beating in the second round? That's my big question now.
I have them beating Miami in the second round. I think Drake's going to be played out. It's going to be a little too much.
That's where I disagree. I think that Drake goes to the Sweet 16. So I do think a double-digit seed is going to go there out of the Midwest, which goes back to the fact that I don't think Houston should be complaining at all, because I really like their draw overall. I think they're going to beat Auburn or Iowa. I know the Birmingham angle. Games that I'm really looking forward to. All right? I will give you 3 quickly. Number 1, College of Charleston against San Diego State.
Love that.
The pressure's on the Aztecs. They collapsed to Creighton last year in this tournament. They brought everybody back for this moment. Charleston somehow is old, if not older than them. And they've won 31 times in 34 games. Who wins this game? Contrasting styles, explosive offense against a stout defense. If you like good basketball, it's going to be fun. I'm going to stay in the South. Missouri, Utah State, take the over. Points on points on points. I think you're going to see a ton of scoring. I think with Missouri, as great of a year as they've had, it's interesting to see how do you flip the switch into the NCAA tournament, right? And who wins this game? Utah State has kind of flown under the radar. By the way, the Mountain West Conference office should be celebrating that they got 4 teams to the NCAA tournament. A big moment for the Mountain West. I didn't agree with Nevada getting in, but they did get in. So I expect points in Missouri, Utah State. And then, guys, I'm really excited when I look at this bracket to see that we get to watch Max Asmus face Jeremy Roach.
Yes.
I'm from an individual standpoint, I think that is fascinating. I actually think Duke's hardest game the first weekend is going to end up being the first game, not the second game. If they just beat Oral Roberts, and it's not going to be easy, Paul Mills will have his team ready to go. I could see Duke being a Final Four dark horse, but they got to get past the Eagles first.
Yeah, that's the other matchup that I just absolutely love is Duke against Oral Roberts, and I kind of hate the fact that it's that those two teams are paired against each other. Like, I really wanted to pick both those teams to make a run. It always happens that way, right? Where you're like, hey, look, no matter what happens in my bracket, I'm picking Duke and I'm picking Oral Roberts, and they're both making a run. And then they play each other in the first round. So
yes,
that kind of sucks. You know what else sucks that I absolutely despise? That we have Memphis and Florida Atlantic playing each other and playing in an 8-9 game. Like,
I thought that was so funny. That was almost a committee spiting all the analysts. Everybody's like, please don't put them in the 8-9 game. Please don't put
the only thing we didn't want was Florida Atlantic there,
everybody.
man. It just, but what I will say is this: both of those teams can beat Purdue.
Yeah,
both of those teams can beat Purdue. I actually have Memphis beating Purdue in my bracket. Like, that's one that I feel really good about.
Yeah, I do too. I do too.
And I'll tell you what, has anybody thought about this? There's a potential, making sure that I'm correct in this, at the East Regional at MSG, we could have Memphis and Duke in one game and Kentucky Marquette in the other. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? In New York City?
Not Kentucky.
Okay, then Kansas State. That's fine.
Kentucky. I actually think there's a better chance of Providence getting there than there is of Kentucky. I think Providence beats Kentucky.
What have you seen? What?
I think it went by double digits. I think it went by double digits.
Providence.
You think Providence beats Kentucky by double digits?
Yes.
No, that's
the
not,
way Providence. The way Providence has been playing.
Yeah, let me be very clear. And I'm a big Providence, as you guys know, big Providence guy. There's no chance that that's going to happen.
No,
they are not in the. That team is not in the right headspace right now.
No, I'm with Fanta on that one. I hope they do, because obviously I love Providence, but that's not going to happen. They're not playing well enough right now. We'll see. Yep.
All right.
And here's the reason why is because I think that Ed Cooley is going to absolutely 100% find a way to put
Coach
Oscar Tshiebwe in hell. Oscar Tshiebwe does, like, they can't guard, like, he cannot guard ball screens. He can't do it. And I think that what Ed's going to put him into ball screen after ball screen. There, to me, I don't know how many coaches are better when it comes to just being able to figure out how to go at the one thing that you struggle with. So we'll see. I hope you're wrong. I want to see Providence be able to make a run. Unless you're telling us something without telling us something, which Fanta tends to do this with Big East teams. He tries to tell us something without actually telling us something.
No, I'm just with Fanta.
I have no idea what you're talking about. I have no idea. I have no idea what you're talking about.
I'm trying to think of an example that I can share that Fanta has. I don't think there's any that I can actually share on a public platform, but Fanta loves telling us things without actually telling us that he's telling us things.
Well, I mean, I picked TCU last year over Seton Hall, and TCU won the game by 35. So,
yep.
I just think I think you got to also look at that and all that.
Okay,
look,
UConn Iona.
Well, amazing, unbelievable.
Don't do it to me, Fanta. Don't do it to me.
No, UConn's going to win the game. I actually could see Connecticut winning.
Big East Whisperer. Whoo! Weight off my shoulders.
Yeah, I think you'll win that game. I really do. And Terrence will jump in here on Iona because he's seen them. But I just think that Connecticut has more options at the end of the day. And the physicality factor, the length factor. Here's the thing for Connecticut. Okay. I know when the region came out, there were Connecticut fans that were not happy. So UConn, you're telling me that to get to the second weekend of the tournament, you got to beat Iona, the MAC champion. And then you have to either beat St. Mary's, not Gonzaga. Okay. Got to beat St. Mary's and Aiden Mahaney. And I like their team. I like their team. I don't love their team. St. Mary's or VCU, who's played very well over the last month.
Yep.
But like UConn fans, why are you complaining?
Well,
The draw is fine. The draw's good.
I think that I probably did this because I said before the bracket came out, I said if UConn's a 4 seed, there's 2 teams that you don't want to see as the 13 in your region. You don't want to see Iona and you don't want to see VCU because they play the style that can give UConn the most trouble where they pressure the ball. Now, UConn, like there's a very big difference in talent between what UConn has and what the VCU and Iona teams have. So it should not be a problem, but I don't think it's going to be a comfortable game. And the question is, if it's an uncomfortable game and it gets close, that's my big concern. I think that they should win those and they should win at least the Iona by double digits. But the complaint, to me, it's not a complaint for UConn, what they should have. I think they should have gotten 3 and Xavier should have gotten the 4 just based off like metrics and all that. But do you think any of us are wrong? By the way, you could prove it to us. This season, we have partnered with Run Your Pool, who will be hosting the official Field of 68 bracket contest. It's live already. You can go in there right now. I've worked with them before. They have more than 50 game types for every sport that you could think of, from traditional bracket pools to survivor games to head-to-head games to pick-at games. And my favorite is the squares. Scoring is customizable and you can tailor your bracket rules to your pool. It's awesome. The best part, though, is Run Your Pool is giving away $1,500 in cash prizes for free. All it takes is you signing up at the link in the description below. play.runyourpool.com/field68. That's FIELD 68. Make sure you guys go and sign up. And while I got you here, Fanny, you ever get tired of trying to prove that you won an argument that your takes weren't bad? They were right? Well, I got an answer to all of your problems. I do. Vaulted is a new sports prediction app that turns your opinions into facts. You can store all of your predictions and all your hot takes in your own vault now and forever. Challenge your friends, keep track of the results, and prove that you are, in fact, the smartest person on the DTF podcast. Vaulted will also be releasing more than 50 pools in the next 3 months. So download the app at the link below. Sign up for your 3 months trial and store your predictions now and forever.